Hello everyone, welcome. Join me today on a walking tour through the Malay Muslim enclave of Kampong Glam. We're now coming out of Bugis MRT station on the east-to-west line. You can also use the Bugis MRT station on the downtown line to Kampong Glam. We can turn right once exiting the station. Let's follow the sign on top, head straight to exit F to Duo. The downtown line sign can be seen above, and walking through this underground passageway will connect us to the downtown line Bugis MRT station. On our way to Kampong Glam, we can visit an Art Deco style building and view some artworks at the same time. Up ahead is Bugis Downtown Line MRT station. We can turn left and use exit F to Duo Tower. Duo is a twin-tower development, comprising of offices, residential units, a luxury hotel and a shopping gallery. Let's turn right and follow the passageway. We can take the escalator on the first left and go up 2 stories to the street level. After reaching the top of the escalator, we can turn left and cross the road up ahead. The office building in front of us is Parkview Square. It is designed in a classic Art Deco style, inspired by New York City's Channon Building, which was completed in 1929. Parkview building incorporates a dark granite facade, latticed metalwork, and intricate detailing. Let's take the stairs up and go into the main lobby. Entering the main lobby, you will notice the exterior surface cladding of the building in brown granite and bronze has been carried inside on the walls and floors. The lobby features a 15 meters high ceiling with handcrafted Egyptian-like motifs in bronze and gold color. The ceiling murals are adorned with antelope prancing in the clouds and on the upper side walls in the forested environment. In the center of the grand lobby stands Atlas Bar, ranked among the world's 50 best bars. The interior focal point leads to the bar's 3-story high liquor tower, which houses over 1,000 bottles of gins and liquors. The ambience features a vast, richly decorated interior that exudes the opulence and decadence of the Roaring Twenties. The Taiwanese owner of the building is an art lover. At each of the 4 corners of the lobby, you'll find a Salvador Dali sculpture. On level 3 there is the Ground Sisa Art Experience and Gift Shop, which currently features the Little Prince and Van Gogh shows. You can click on the link below for further information. Now let's head back to level 1. Stepping out from the other side of the lobby, you'll find more art pieces located in the courtyard. Here we can see another Salvador Dali sculpture, the Snail Queen. Next to it is Fernando Botero's sculpture, Dressed Woman. Next we have another Salvador Dali sculpture, Nude Women Ascending the Staircase. After viewing a few more artworks in the courtyard, we can descend the stairs in front and continue our walk towards Kampong Glam.
Let's turn right here and continue on our walking tour.
From here, we can already see the golden dome of Sultan Mosque up ahead. The surrounding area is currently being redeveloped. We can walk within the temporary pedestrian walkway behind the safety barriers.
Kampong Glam is one of Singapore's most vibrant cultural districts. Once the historic seat of Malay royalty, this neighborhood is now a colorful blend of tradition, heritage, and modern creativity. We are now essentially inside the Kampong Glam district. Let's continue to walk straight ahead. The Kampong Glam name could have been derived from the gurlam tree.
The bark of the gurlam tree was used by the orang lot or sea people to make awnings and sails.
Its timber was often used for constructing boats. Its fruit was ground and used as pepper, and its leaves boiled and concocted into medication for rheumatism and cramps.
We can turn right up ahead into our next attraction, Haji Lane. Haji Lane is famous for its wall murals, indie retail boutiques, and trendy cafés. Stepping into Haji Lane, you would notice the lane is quite narrow, at just over 4 meters wide. It is reputedly Singapore's narrowest street. The one-way lane for vehicles has now been converted into a pedestrian walkway. Some of the earliest shophouses were built in Haji Lane. These two-story shophouses have minimal plaster ornamentations and are lower in height ceiling.
Haji Lane is named after the Hajj, which is the pilgrimage undertaken by Muslims to Mecca and Medina.
The shophouses around the area were used for accommodation for Muslim pilgrims transiting through Singapore.
You can take your time and wander around the independent boutiques selling unique fashion clothing, handcrafted goods, souvenirs, and the quirky cafes.
At the other end of Haji Lane is the Mexican restaurant Piedra Negra with its colorful murals created by Colombian-born artist Didier Mathieu.
The colorful mural depicts the ancient Aztec people in a futuristic look. Let's head to the middle of Haji Lane. Here we can cut through the back lane to Arab Street. Here you can also see some psychedelic artwork from local artistes. Pretty freaky fantasy.
On Arab Street, we have a mix of old and new retail shops, offering textiles, carpets, Turkish lamps, perfumes, cafes, and restaurants. Crossing over to the opposite side of Arab Street, we will step into the adjoining Muscat Street. Muscat Street was named after Muscat, the capital of Oman situated north of the Arabian Sea. The street had a makeover in 2012, in collaboration between Singapore's Urban Redevelopment Authority and the Muscat Municipality of Oman. In front of the street stands the beautiful 8-meter-high granite arches with ornate Omani carvings. On both sides of the street are 8 murals depicting significant cultural items or location of Oman. These were painted by Omani artists, and the tiles were specially selected and imported from Oman as well.
Muscat Street highlights the close links and warm and friendly relations between Singapore and Oman.
There have been many high-level visits from both countries, including a state visit by then-President S.R. Nathan in 2009. Up ahead is the Masjid Sultan, or the Sultan Mosque. An iconic landmark with its golden dome, which is highly significant in terms of both history and culture. The architecture of the mosque is influenced by the Indo-Saracenic style. It is oriented in the direction of Mecca, instead of being aligned with the urban planning grid. The most iconic feature of the mosque are its 2 gold onion domes above the east and west facades, each topped by a crescent moon and star. The roof parapet is edged with Merlin cresting. At each corner of the mosque are minarets with staircases leading up to calling towers with balconies. The original mosque was completed in 1826 as a single-story brick structure with a double-tiered pitched roof. It was later demolished and rebuilt in phases, with the current building completed in 1932, while religious routines continued throughout the construction period. Inside the mosque, the rectangular prayer hall is 2 stories high, supported by 12 octagonal columns, large enough to hold 5,000 worshippers. The central atrium of the hall is enclosed by a second-story gallery. The mihrab, or pulpit, is framed by a lancet arch with gold-plated floral motifs, topped with a panel of calligraphy. The mosque is open daily to visitors, except on Fridays. Please check the link below for further information. After coming out of Sultan Mosque, let's walk down Bassorah Street. Bassorah Street is named after the Iraqi city of Bassorah. You will find a collection of Middle Eastern restaurants and tourist shops here. I would like to include our final attraction, the Astana Kampong Glam, the former Sultan's Palace, and also the Malay Heritage Center, which is on the next street. However, it is closed for major renovation and is only expected to reopen around mid of next year. With that, I hope you enjoyed the walking tour and have a better insight of the Kampong Glam district. Please like, share and subscribe for further videos on exploring Singapore. Goodbye and see you soon in the next video.